Hey everybody, this is Melina from ScrapbookingWithMe.com and Me Crafty Scrapper here on YouTube and Instagram, and Me Crafty Scrapper Creates over on Facebook. And today I wanted to show you 5 new journals that I've made, and it's just like the basic journal, base cover, base pages, and ready for somebody else to decorate. We had quite a few requests for these in the shop at scrapbookingwithme.com, and so I decided to put some together. I just put 2 together just to see how it would go. They sold within 1 hour of me putting them on the website. So today I have made 5, and these 4 are those 6x6 size that I had made and put on the website before, and you saw me make those in a video, what was it, last week or week before last? I will link that video in the description box below, and I will do a flip through of these 4 for you. These 2 came from that Baroque Stamperia collection, the covers did, and then these are some paper, 12x12 paper that I had left over from a I think it's Prima collection, and so I will do a flip through of those. And then this is a little, I say little, it's an oversized half sheet journal, so it's just a little bit bigger than a half sheet journal usually is, and I've got quite a few pages in this one. I'm going to show you a little surprise on this craft cover here in just a minute. I'll do a flip through of that one. I see that I have a little bit too much light coming in. It's a little too bright on there. That's a little better. Good. Okay, so these 2 from the Stamperia collection, same paper, 12x12 paper. One I just turned inside out, so see, this one and this one matches. Okay, and then that and that matches. So I just turned one the opposite way. While we're here on this video today, we'll put some pockets on the inside covers of these 4, and then they'll be ready to put onto the shop on the website. Okay, this one will be the one that has, I'm going to write myself notes here, so when I put them on the website, I will know what I named them while we were on here. This one will be tea stained cordage, because we've got that nice little cord going through on the bottom of it. So this one is tea stained cordage, and I'm going to give myself a little note that it's got the tea bag stain on the front page. Okay, my little notes there. So we'll put some oblong pockets on these in just a minute. I'm just going to do you a flip through. So here's the tea stained cordage, and that's a nice thick, it's not just copy paper on that one. That was like a 32-pound premium paper that I tea stained. There's some ledger paper, got a little bit of book page there, cut off from some pale pink food color dyed paper. There's a piece of copy paper that was also tea stained and had an envelope that was laid on top of it. There is a pharmacy bag for a nice big pocket. Another tea stain with some really good sales on it. Book page, that pink paper, there's the cutoff to it, and there's the full size for this 6x6 journal. And then this is some paper that is a repop of, I'm sure, some kind of vintage paper, but this is some reproduced stuff that we had gotten our hands on, and it kind of looks, some of the writing kind of looks Edith Holden, but this is not Edith Holden paper, pages, anything like that that's come out of there. It's just some type of somebody that loved Edith Holden and kind of did some stuff that looks like hers. Then we've got book page in the middle, and my signature in a signature, a little piece of lace there, and your wax thread. And then we go and see, that's a nice good piece to journal on, or you could add a flip out on that. And then there it shows a little better that paper. But these are just little bitty, I think they are 6x6 sheets of paper. Let me see if I can find those. Here they are. And we had just gotten these in a big bundle, and they do look like replicas of Edith Holden, but they are not Edith Holden. They are made by some foreign company. Anyway, put one of those in each one of these 6x6, and then that's a book page, but look how nice and blank that is. You could dress that up any way you would like. And then there's that thick 32-pound cardstock. No, it's not cardstock. It's just regular copy paper, but it's the premium copy paper, and really nice sales on that page. And then the back side of that pharmacy bag for your nice big pocket. Some more copy paper with good sales on the back. A little bitty cut off piece there, and it's got some feathering at the top and a little torn piece there. Then you've got book page, ledger page, and that thick 32-pound paper again. And then beautiful cover. There's that one. The next one with the Stamperia paper. Let's do Baroque Floral. Okay. And I'm going to say it looks like a T on first page. Okay, so we have the border there and the border there, and then let's see, on this one you've got a border on the bottom part of it, but when you cut 12 by 12 paper in half, you're going to have, if it's got a border, you're not going to have a border at the bottom, and this one you're not going to have a border at the top. But some inking on that, take care of it, be wonderful. So this one is Baroque Floral. Got some nice tea stain paper, and then ledger paper. So I tried to do these little 6x6 journals as far as the signature goes about the same. You're just going to get some variations with the tea staining that's on the pages. So there's a book page, a cutoff, and then this nice tea stain. Look how the papers had been laid on top of it. How pretty that is. And then you've got your pharmacy bag for a nice pocket. More tea-stained 32-pound paper. Book page. Then you have your pink food color dyed page. Look how pretty that is. I love that little layout. How you've got small and then a little bit bigger and then a little bit bigger there. That's pretty. And that's some more of that repop stuff that looks kind of like Edith Holden. And then book page for our center of our signature, and then piece of lace there, cream colored lace. And then you have the back sides of all of those pages, and I just left the crinkly wrinklies on there. If whomever gets these wants to do something different with them, they certainly can. They can straighten them out, ink them, whatever they would like. So there's the back sides, the cutoff, the book page, and then ledger paper, tea stain paper, and look how pretty that is. Okay, so there is the Baroque Floral. I'll put this off to the side here. And then let's see what we can name these. Let's just go ahead with Let's Shine Together, since it says that on the front. That helps me a lot. Let's shine together. Okay, so it's got some gold foil in it. So the Let's Shine Together is gold foil. The Butterfly to My Sweet, that is in gold foil. And then there's some more gold foil back here. Our Love, that's beautiful. Look at that flower, that rose. So pretty. I love this paper, and I do have more of this paper left. I have 4 or 5 sheets of this same page left, so I thought I would share, but I really do love this paper. And then on the inside here, we've got, look at those beautiful roses. So you've got really, really pretty paper on the inside of this one, which that paper is gorgeous too. It's just more neutral, and this is going to really give you some pinks in it, but I really like this. So we've got the same layout of Signature, which is, like I said, have some variations in the tea staining. Look at that. Nice tea staining. Nice big pocket with that pharmacy bag. Beautiful papers. And then you have variations in this, what I call it, repop. And then beautiful book page. And then this is a different kind of lace. This one has a longer, I'm going to write myself a note on there. Longer lace trim middle. The other one, the lace trim is not as long as this one. So that one's got a little bit longer of a signature middle too. Okay. And then the back sides of those pages, your pharmacy bag. Look at that. Neat. And these are tea stain papers that I dyed myself, so I hand dyed. So you are going to get a handmade and hand dyed journal from M. Okay, and then this one, let's put, I like that Grand Hotel. I'm going to put Sew Me Into Your Heart. And it has, because it says that on the back, Sew Me Into Your Heart is on the back of it. And it has spools on the cover. Okay. It says Grand Hotel, Sew Me Into Your Heart, genuine pearl buttons, 10 cents, with a nice little vintage lady on the back. Loving you with all of my heart, each and every day, always and forever. And then it has little needle there and some gold foil accents on it also. And remember, this is just the bottom half of this one. See? So that's how the 12 by 12 sheet looked before it was cut in half. And then you have the nice rose print on the inside. This one has a nice, it has a little bit more character on these pages in this one. That's where one of the tea bags got laid, and maybe there again, and then you can see where maybe some envelopes got laid on it. So the pages in this one are a little more charactered up, but I really like this one. Pharmacy bag. And then this one, that repop is a darker color in that one with some yellow flowers on it. And then there's the lace trim, but it's still, you know, the length of the pages. And then there's the back side. Look at that. How pretty. It is different flowers than what is on the cover, but I really like that. How it went with this. And then the back side of all of these. And the other side of your pharmacy bag. Look at the character on that one. That offcut. And then you've got a nice book page, but blank there, so you could do some journaling. Ledger, and then the back side of that page. So that is the Sew Me Into Your Heart journal. Okay, and then we will do those inside pockets in just a minute. They don't take just a second to put in. This one, like I said, is an oversized half sheet, and I'm going to put this one as a oversized craft let's see what else, what other character we could put with it, because when you open this one up, it's plain and ready for anybody else's decorating. But as you can tell, there's a thumb notch here, and you have this nice big, I mean huge pocket in the very beginning of your journal. So nice big pocket for ephemera, or folded over sheets of copy paper put in there for extra journaling. This is some handmade paper as your signature cover. So that's something different. And when you close it up, you can see the kind of burnt edges of that handmade paper. So I really like that. And then when you open it up, you've got one of those repop papers. I love how that looks up against this tea stain paper with really nice character and sails on it. And then you have some food color dyed book pages. And this is the start of a different section in a book. So you've got some really big print there. I like how that looks. And then you have it blank on the back side, but it's got that nice blue color, so plenty of journaling in this one if someone doesn't want to cover up the pages at all. Look at the nice sails on that ink dyed paper. So this journal has different quality of pages in it than that one does. I'm not saying that this is any better quality. I'm just saying it's just different pages in it. And then we have a paper bag pocket there. Some more of that thick 32-pound paper, the premium paper. Have another one of those food color dyed pages. It's from a book that is about some nice history. It's like a history of words and things. So you've got really nice kind of Victorian or just vintage in itself pictures in this book. And so you've got nice places to journal on there too. More ink dyed paper, and this one has a little bit of shimmer to it. Don't know if that picks up on the camera at all, but trust me, it does. And then some more of that repop paper there. Maybe, is that a fig? Yes, the fig. And then you've got a glassine bag that would make a nice little pocket there. Some more of that premium paper with nice sails on it. And then another one of those food color dyed book pages, but it's got all kinds of little variations of colors in it. So I love that. Got another vintage picture there on the back. Some more ink dyed paper. Another repop page. An offcut of the premium paper. Another glassine pocket. This one, the signature is a lot bigger, a lot thicker in it than the smaller ones. Then you have some notebook tea stain paper with a lot of character on it. Another brown bag for a pocket. And then some more of that green food color dyed book paper, book page paper. And this is another one of the premium. So this has got a lot of premium paper in this signature. So this is a good thick journal. Another glassine bag, offcut, copy paper, a repop page, and this is a rupture wart. So it's telling all about that scientific name of that flower. And then this food color dyed book page has lots of different color variations in it. I really like that. And then I've got a 6-hole bound binding on this book with that signature lace trim in the middle that I like to put in. And then the back of that page there. And that's got some good character to it too, and it's that thick 32 pound. And then here are all the back sides of these. You've got a pocket on the back side of the glassine bag. Beautiful color variations. Got that opening from the brown bag, the notebook paper, another glassine bag, plenty of room for decorating and journaling. The back of that paper, ink dyed paper, book page, 32 pound, back of another glassine bag, back of that one, that is a Brookline plant, ink dyed paper. We have another vintage photo in this book page. Some more of that premium paper. Back side of that brown paper bag. Look at that character on that page. And then you've got book page, but there's no writing, so that you know it was that start to the next part of the book. So no words on there, just a colorful page. I love that. And then the end of our, look at that, how pretty, of our signature with that handmade paper again. And then in the back, you have another thumb notch because you've got a whole other pocket, full length pocket in the back. So I'm really loving that. I love how this one turned out. I'm not going to add any more pockets or anything else to this. I will let whoever gets this journal to be able to do that. And really the only color, this is a very neutral journal, but the only color that is in here is really from the book pages. So I think I need to put something about that in the title of it. So let's do, that's kind of like a seafoam. Oversized craft and seafoam. Let's do that. And I'm just going to put my little note that it's a large journal, and I will have these in the website before the end of the week. Usually it doesn't take me long to put journals in the website or on the website, but I have to get pictures just so because I'm a perfectionist when it comes to that, so I'll have to figure that out. Let's get an offcut. I know I've got some offcuts of this paper in my larger scrap, so let me look for that. I might have something there too that will match this. All right, I've got a couple of different options, but I really like this piece here, and I thought that we could add that. Let's look at this one. Maybe not this part here, but at least most of the pretty lady we could add in there. I really like that. And do I want to tear it, or do I want to just, I think I just want to cut it. So let's see how it looks. Yeah, it's going to be too wide if I take up that too. So let's make some little marks of where I need to cut it off, and let's go there and there. And then I think for the back side, oh yeah, we can do that. We can do these birds here, I think. We can get those in there. Let's go ahead and cut this all the way down. And we're going to cut... Oh, let's not cut all the way down because I'll cut off one of the birds. I think I might take off a little bit of this off the edge so that I can get both birds on the back. So let's do just this first pocket. There. Let's see what that would look like. So I really like this here. Oh, that's pretty. That is very pretty. It says "My Darling" on it. I really like that. And we can put a thumb notch on there too. Excuse me. Let's do the slight corner round. And then let's do a thumb notch. About there. And see how that looks. Oh, very pretty. And look, the thumb notch looks like it's kind of focal pointing on that little bouquet of roses there. I love that. And I won't go all the way to the very ends here when I put on the glue or the 1/8 inch score tape. So that way whoever gets it, if they want to ink around the edges, they still can. They can pull it up and ink around the edges and then glue it down the rest of the way. Oh, I really like that. Okay, so let's put our 1/8 inch score tape. So I'm just leaving a little bitty spot here so that they can ink the edges if they would like, and then they can just put on a little dot of glue to finish that up. Let's take off these backs here. Okay, and put on our nice pretty little lady on our front pocket. Oh, I love that. So pretty. So pretty. Love it. Okay, and then the back side, I want to get those nice little birds on there. I'm going to cut down. And then let's see here. I can cut back just a little bit. Let's try to get these the same width. So I'll need to trim off a little bit of the roses on this edge. Yep, that'll still get that tail off, so I need to trim off just a little bit more on this edge. And let's see how much more I need to go. Okay, so we're good there. So we're not getting any tail feathers cut off. And then how much of that top do I need to trim off? Let's go there, and then just I'll have just barely a little bit of that top piece showing. Just barely. Okay, and then I will do the slight corner round. Oh, that's so pretty. And then a thumb notch. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Not that big of a thumb notch, huh? I think I'm going to have to take out that hole, because if I go up, there we go. That'll work. Oh, yes. Pretty. And that leaves plenty of room to do decorating and stuff if they want to. All right, nice pocket in the back and in the front. Beautiful, love that one. Okay, so that is the Let's Shine Together that has that pocket in it. Let's Shine Together has the lady in the bird pocket. And then let's go with the Sew Me Into Your Heart. I love this. That is so pretty. Let's go, and then the other one can have that. So let's do this as the front, the My Sweet, and put that one in the Sew Me Into Your Heart one. I'm going to barely cut off this little branding strip at the top, like that, and then give myself, maybe we won't go as wide with these pockets for this one. Yeah, nice little narrow pocket. And let's go 6 inches. I'm just going to go a touch over 6 inches so that we get kind of the same, oh yeah, same height. Wonderful. Let's put that one away. And the nice butterfly on the front there, and I'm going to have to trim that off some. Cut it a little too long. And then this one's almost perfect. Let's just trim them both off just a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to do corner round on the one edge on both. And I really don't want to put a thumb notch in there. I think I'm just going to leave them as is. Yep. I don't want to put a thumb notch in these, so I'm just going to put them on. As long as whoever puts the stuff in there and doesn't let it go down in there too far, you know, it's kind of sticking out from the pocket, it'll be fine. The only thing a thumb notch helps you with is if you have something that's in the middle or wherever your thumb notch is, and it's further back into the pocket than how wide the pocket is. And so that thumb notch helps you to slide it out. But as long as, see, I didn't make these as wide as that other one. So I think we will be fine not putting thumb notches on these pockets. Beautiful butterfly. And I didn't go all the way to the end, so if they want to ink, they can pull that up slightly and get their inking done, and then just put in a little daub of liquid glue. Beautiful. Those roses all go together so well. Very pretty. Okay, and then the back side. So there is that pocket and that pocket. Very pretty. And I did not round these corners. I did on this one just because it looked better to me, and I guess I probably should have just left them straight, but I did not round these corners. They're very easy to go ahead and round the corners if whoever buys them will like to do that. And then I really like the edge of this page here, and those mauves that are in that flower would really go in this, even though this is the same paper as this paper. But look at those cut aparts, how pretty. I really do like that. And I want to get that I bloom for you in on this one. So now I need to see, this one's going to be a slim pocket. I need to see where I need to cut this off. Mark it with my pencil there. And I'll have my front pocket for this one ready. Okay. And then you can barely see that pencil line, so let's mark that off and get those corners rounded. There we go. And I'm not going to do a thumb notch on that one. I have no rhyme or reason when it comes to stuff like that, so if somebody asks me, I don't have a clue. Really, I just don't. I don't have a clue of, you know, why I would or wouldn't. I just, when I put it in there and look at it, I'm like, nah, let's not put one on there. I like this that's got just a little bit of gold on it, and just having that white that matches that white, so I love that. And we can go ahead and cut that and add it. Let's trim that there, and then get a feel. Yep, I like that. So let's make our pencil mark and our pencil mark, so we can get this one as wide. There we go. And there. Round our front corners. And there we have just a little bit of gold foil to go on this back cover. Very pretty and neutral, and can be decorated and inked however they would like. And it's not even from the same paper collection. That's how I did the other ones though. The pockets for those other two 6x6 journals that I did, the papers that I put inside of them was not even from the same paper collection, was not from that Baroque paper collection, but it worked. It was so pretty. I think I hear it's either Miss Lila that's snoring or Bethany has fallen asleep and she is snoring. But one of the girls in this household is snoring. They're all tuckered out. We've had a long day today. It has been Lila haircut day, Mama and Bethany haircut day today. So everybody got their hair did. And we had to get up super duper early to get checked in for Lila's. And then mine and Bethany's haircut was this morning also. So they're all tuckered out. I know Lila is, because anybody that's got dogs, especially small dogs, she gets such anxiety going to the groomer. I mean, just crazy anxiety. We always laugh at her, bless her. She gets so anxious. Alright, I'm going to trim that slightly because we got it a little too tall. I'm just barely gonna trim that off, and that looks fine. And take the backs off of this one. But anyway, she gets such anxiety. She's never stayed overnight with at a boarder or anything like that. Now, she has stayed overnight with friends before on one of our short ministry trips, but she's never stayed overnight at a boarder, and that would probably send her into where she would need some kind of antipsychotic drugs of some kind. But yeah, she gets such anxiety going and getting her hair cut. I need to get with her veterinarian and ask him if I can't have some kind of little peel. I'm sure they do that I could give her to kind of ease her anxiety. I'm sure they get calls for that all the time. Look at those pockets, how pretty. I Bloom For You is on that pocket, and then we've got a more plain pocket but a little bit of gold foiling on that one too. So that one is on the Baroque Floral. And then last but not least is Tea Stain Cordage, and let's find something to add. That's too pinky, so let's not go with that. And then those flowers on the back are too pinky, and then that's too mixed up, so let's find something else to put as the pockets on the inside covers of this one. Alright, since we've got so much going on the inside of this one with that cord going through it, let's just do some that's got a little bit of script on it. It's kind of neutral, and I've got enough, I think. Yeah, I've got enough to do that, I do believe. Let's look here. This is not quite 12 inches, so I'll have to MacGyver this one a little bit. Anybody else remember that show, MacGyver? Let's do 2.5. Okay, and then see what I can get if I do another 2.5. Okay, I'm not totally against that. Let's see what it will look like. This is just some scrap paper from my stash. Ooh, I kind of like that. That's a little too red. Yeah, that is too. Maybe we did it that way. Nah, that's too red too. Okay, so we've got this one, and I can find, surely I can find some more neutral somewhere. Alright, so I found this, and I know it's a little busy, but I really like how it looks. And then we can put thumb notches in it, and I think that will work. And look, this neutral goes along with that neutral. It's from the same collection. I really like that. So let's use that as our back cover. And then to get the thumb notches in the same spot, I'm going to flip like this and get it right in the middle. So that one there, this one goes there, and then whoop. Round those corners. I love turning my paper punch upside down so I can actually see what I'm doing. Yeah, I really like that. It is busy, but I think it goes. I hope whoever gets it thinks so too. And this book really got some scrap pieces for the pockets, and isn't that what we're supposed to do anyways with our junk journals? Make it from scrap stuff and things we've just got laying around. That's what I was always told when I first started junk journaling anyway. I had someone say, do you ever actually put junk in your in your journals? And I had to ask them, I said, okay, what do you truly mean by junk? And she was like, oh, you know, like memorabilia and stuff. I said, oh, okay, yeah. I do that. That's not junk. Like movie ticket stubs and things like that. Oh, yeah. I mean, that goes all the way back to my scrapbooking days. Yes, I love that. I always did journaling on my scrapbook pages. I tried always to do a title, and then I would add little pockets and stuff to it to get memorabilia and things like that added in there, or like little notes from the kids when they would do that. That was always cute. Oh, I love that. Even though it does not go along, it's not the same collection, but I love how that looks. And then whenever whoever gets this inks that. Very pretty. Love it. Get these backs off and put that one on the front, and we will be ready. These little journals will be ready to find their new homes. Now, you will need to, if you want one of these journals, you will have to stalk the website, because usually when Mom or I put up our handmade stuff, it's gone within an hour of it going up on the website. So, and not to say that to brag, it's just that we've had lots and lots of requests for things like this, for basic journals. So if you want one, you'll have to be watching the website. And like I said, I will have these on there before the end of the week. I'll try right after I get this uploaded, but who knows with family obligations if I will get that done this evening or not. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. This one's a little different than what I usually do. Usually I show you on the screen how I put all these together, but I had just done these not too long ago, and like I said, I'll link that in the description box below so that you can watch how I assembled those two from last week out of that same collection, and then that'll suffice. You can get the gist of it, but I enjoyed making these. This one is a nice chunky monkey, so whoever gets this one's going to have a lot of fun, a lot of joy getting these all decorated because it's a big thick one. Y'all have a great day. I will see you in the next video. God bless. Love ya. Bye y'all.